Well, we are now being joined by meteorologist Javoy Sawyers for the latest on what is to come with Melissa. Welcome, Mr. Sawyers.
Good evening.
So, what's new with Hurricane Melissa?
Throughout the course of today, Hurricane Melissa has been undergoing some re-strengthening. It had paused its development earlier today, topping out at 140. It has since increased wind speeds to 145 kilometers per hour and expected to further strengthen and approach Category 5 strength sometime later tonight into tomorrow.
A Category 5 versus a Category 4. What's really the difference for people who are listening in? What is there to expect at a Category 5?
Well, a Category 5 wind speeds begin at 157 miles per hour, and there is currently no top limit to a Category 5 hurricane. The projections are for the storm to come ashore Jamaica at around 185 miles per hour wind speed, and that's a pretty strong hurricane.
Compared to something like Gilbert, which I understand would have been a Category 4 several years ago, how would
Right,
this be?
Gilbert came ashore as a low-end Category 4, high-end Category 3. But with Gilbert moved across the island pretty swiftly, and he came in the morning and was out by midday. With this system at a Category 5 hurricane, stronger than Gilbert and moving at the current pace, it will be causing devastating damages to the island.
This is still early, but given the level of rainfall so far, how much more vulnerable are we as a nation?
Well, the previous weeks we've seen afternoon shows that has saturated the soil. The forecast has been trending more towards the west for a landfall. This isn't a good scenario where it will then expose much of the southern coastline to onshore winds from the hurricane, and that would increase the land space that is influenced by storm surges when the hurricane does come ashore.
You know, Javoy, we accept that this is a unique hurricane, Melissa. It's slow moving, it's seemingly bipolar. What does this really mean for Jamaicans who are listening in now, who probably felt, you know, it wasn't going to come?
Well, the slow pace of the hurricane isn't helping the doubts that Jamaicans tend to have with regards to tropical systems. The fact that it's moving so slow, the wait period for the storm has somewhat exhausted Jamaicans, understandably so. But this imagery on satellite is not pretty at all. The hurricane is not going to dissipate or somehow turn south, or you know, that we're trying to hope for.
I was just
The
about to
models have
ask you
been
that.
pretty much.
Is
Say
there
again?
any chance of it changing course?
Well, it's moving west still at 5 miles per hour, expecting to move more towards the north and northeast come tomorrow into Tuesday. The further west it treks, though, there's a possibility that the center may come ashore further west, or a very low chance of it missing landfall and passing just west of the island. That's a very low chance. The bulk of the models indicating a landfall hurricane Tuesday around St. Elizabeth, Black River, Chesapeake side.
We yield to your expertise. Any recommendations or final suggestions at this point?
Well, at this point, we should have already finished preparing ourselves for a long duration hurricane, more than 24 hours worth of hurricane conditions. Do what you can, secure belongings. I have since put my clothes in the closet in garbage bags and hung them up just in case I do lose the roof. I've prepared a go bag in case I need to zip out if things get too bad for me to stay where I am. I am prepared to try to evacuate at the very last minute at least, or have some clothes put away that I'll have, you know, provide in the eventuality that the system is devastating.
All right, well, we hope that we'll all fare well through this storm. Thank you so much. That's Javoy Sawyers, meteorologist.